Broadcasting from the BLC studios in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, this is What's the Score, the sports news quiz presented by Sports Radio America. I'm your game master, Josh Scheibe, the man who, quite simply put, wouldn't be here without his mother. I suspect many of you can say the same about your mothers. So to my mom and to all the mothers out there, thank you. Happy Mother's Day. And now, here's the host of What's the Score, it's Baxter Colburn!
Thank you, Josh. Thank you very much, everybody. Yes, I certainly agree with you on that one, Josh, that none of us would be here without our beloved mother. So to all of you wonderful mothers out there, thank you. And to my wife as well, who has just recently become a new mother. Happy Mother's Day to you as well, sweetheart. We've got a great show in store for you today. Episode 20, Josh. Do you believe it? Do you believe in miracles?
No, I do not believe... Wow. Yeah, we're at show 20, guys.
Yay, there we go. No, we are excited, though. Time has certainly flown since our show launched back in December, that's for sure.
That's true. If you want to play our games, visit our website, WTSSportsQuiz.com, or our social media pages, and fill out the contestant form to play today.
You can find What's the Score on Sports Radio America and on SoundCloud Mondays and Wednesdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern on SportsRadioAmerica.com.
You can also find the show on demand on Spreaker, iTunes, Stitcher, The College Tailgate, Vavel USA, The Sports Quotient, and Rabble.tv.
All right, it is time to meet our panelists. A very interesting and unique group this week. First up, he's the sports director at CBS 58 in Milwaukee. Please welcome Kevin Holden.
Thank you very much. I got to admit, I misread something. I came armed with a sweet tooth, and it turns out it's not What's the Scone after all.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's down in the next studio.
Okay. The dessert after the show. Perfect.
Next up, he's a writer, musician, and contributor to Bucksketball.com. It's Mitch Vomhof.
Hey, glad to be back. Our long national nightmare is over. I've returned from my vision quest.
Your vision quest.
We are back. I know exactly what the Bucks need to do this offseason. It's going to be great.
I look forward to hearing your insight. And finally, the man, the myth, the legend, the former Concordia University of Wisconsin basketball player and two-time conference champion. Please welcome Erik Condia to the program.
Baxter, great to be here. Scheibe, what a genuine opening.
Why,
I wasn't expecting that.
He's a man with many words. That's why we love it.
Thanks, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a compliment. I'm not into the whole backhanded compliment kind of game. That's just not me, Josh. Anyway, we've got a game to play, Josh, don't we?
So many lies this week.
We had the Lions fans on a couple weeks ago. That's where the show with lies was. First game, Josh, don't you think? It's about that time?
Yeah, I think so. It's time to get this show on the road with our first contestant game. Joining us here in the studio to play Quotable Context is Alex Scheibe, my sister. Welcome to the show, Alex.
Welcome, Alex. Hello. So, Game Master Scheibe has been our Game Master, obviously. Your father has been a contestant several times. Now you joined the ranks.
Hopefully third time's the charm.
Well, it took him 3 times to win, so your over-under is fairly good. We like what you can do.
All right.
So, all right, Alex, in this game, you're going to be playing Quotable Context. Game Master Scheibe, or your brother, or whatever rude words you might have for him. No, we won't go there. Your siblings. I was going to read you 5 quotes from this last week's news, and you must identify the context of each quote. Answer 3 out of 5 questions correctly, and you will win a What's the Score prize. If you do get stuck on a question, though, you can ask one of our wonderful panelists for a hint, but only on one question. Are you ready to play?
Sure.
All right, here is quote number 1.
This was the reaction today when Tottenham won the Premier League.
That was an ESPN reporter stating that the Tottenham Hotspurs had won the Premier League, when in fact, who actually won it?
I'm going to use a hint right away.
You can use a hint right away?
Yeah.
Okay, who would you like to ask for a hint? You have Kevin, Erik, or Mitch?
We'll go with
Erik.
Erik,
yes. What can you do to help out Alex?
Well, I can't say any of the words in there.
It's a name that I can't pronounce.
Well,
Get creative. Sounds like 2 words.
2 words.
Yeah, it's 2 words. It's a place in England.
I'd hope so if they play in the Premier League. It's a prereq if you didn't know.
It sounds team. Like...
Yeah, what does it sound like? Can you give her that?
It sounds like if a cat lived here, the first part of it... the first part of it would sound like a cat. I don't know.
Just give us something at this point.
Have you seen a picture of this guy with a tattoo on his arm on the internet? I don't know.
That's a very vague statement. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, the picture of the guy with the tattoo.
Absolutely.
Sure.
So who you got for us? Just
pick a city.
Just pick a city. Just throw a city out in England.
Tell me you know one.
Bangladesh? That's a thing.
Yikes.
Hong Kong.
What do you got? Anything?
I don't have no idea.
No idea. Okay. Well, we were
Dublin.
looking for Leicester City. Leicester City is they shocked the world this year. 5,000 to 1 odds to win the Premier League this year, and they won it all. All right. Here is question number 2.
Life is not about revenge, but about new opportunities. And this is a new opportunity.
That was Atletico Madrid's manager Diego Simeone talking about the upcoming match against Real Madrid in what major soccer European tournament? You've already used your hint, unfortunately, so you can't
get any more of these quality hints from this battle.
I mean, you can play the sister card if you want to try to ask Josh.
That's
I will allow a hint if you want to.
I'm not sure if it'd be any help.
That's the thing. Do you think Josh would be of any good to you?
I mean, let's
Whoa! I mean,
Thanks.
let's go for it.
Josh,
Why
can you provide any sort of a hint to your wonderful sister? She seems like a nice lady.
Okay, I know you're a Queen fan,
Yes.
so we are the...
Oh, the championship? Champion?
It's
Championship game?
Oh. Can you help her out any more, Josh? It's already painful enough, but I mean, why not? We're this far. She's got half of it. Let's get the other half.
The something of extraordinary gentleman.
Ooh. So put that first word that you got with whatever that is. Or if you ever followed the cartoon world, Justice Blank.
Oh, the championship league.
Shorter. The first word, make it shorter.
The championship league.
It's the actual word that's in the song that we were referencing earlier.
Champion.
Yes.
There you go.
That's good. She got it right. Holy cow. Yes, it's the Madrid derby will be taking place as Real Madrid will take on Atletico Madrid through a grueling final that will take place in Milan. All right.
good news. That's probably your last soccer question.
It is. Good news for all of us. That's the last soccer question.
Hooray!
I was waiting for her to just pop in and say, well, Messi of Barcelona has just been tremendous this year.
Yeah.
Because one of those is going to be like that.
Yeah.
You know it will.
She will. She is going to. All right, here's your next
David
quote.
Beckham?
Praying for all the thirsty girls. Only Jesus can quench your thirst.
We had to edit this, but that was the mother of Eli Apple, who, like many, now find themselves receiving messages from people after what happened to him this last week.
Doesn't involve a phone.
That is true.
I guess he did receive a call.
He did receive a call to start it, but a very large event that took place in the sports world just this last week.
He was drafted?
Yes, it was. Well done. Drafted to the NFL. The full quote I'm not going to repeat, but basically,
Curl, you need Jesus.
Eli Apple's mom was hitting Twitter, and she was a little ragey there. All right, here's your next one.
Disrespectful to everybody who's ever been there.
That was Chicago Bears linebacker Lamar Houston talking about what rookie that made quite the fashion statement at the NFL draft this year. And Mitch is demonstrating the fashion statement.
I don't have the abs for it.
He didn't either.
He didn't either, yeah.
Oh, boy.
It's very visual, that's for sure.
Very visual. Should I repeat myself?
Yeah.
Please answer the question before I have to do that again.
He played for Ohio State. We can give you that if that helps you at all. And now he's a Dallas Cowboy.
He's from the Bible.
His first name is. Yeah. Any luck? Any thoughts?
Not really, honestly.
Put two names together and toss it out for us.
Yeah.
You got nothing for us? No,
I
okay.
honestly have no idea.
No problem. All right, here we go. We got one more question. It was Ezekiel Elliott was the man. He showed up to the NFL draft. He had a suit on. Everyone was like, oh, looking good.
Very
All
nice
right.
suit.
Opened his suit jacket, and he had a shirt. It was almost a belly shirt, basically. I think women call it something differently. I don't know what it is.
Did you see someone?
Crop top. Of course, Mitch knows it. Anyway.
Somebody
Look,
put
man.
Crying Jordan face on him?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
did, yeah.
Crying Jordan is my favorite meme. Hands down.
Overused. It really
Oh, it's
is.
so great. So good.
I was going to say, based on the last two quotes, I didn't watch the NFL draft this year. Based off the last
you
two
wish you
quotes,
did.
I can probably say that it's probably one of the dirtiest NFL drafts we've ever had.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't even
Tunsil
and all that.
Yeah, we didn't even get to Laramie Tunsil
Laramie
yet.
Tunsil, what a guy. All right, here's your final quote.
I've got ladies in grocery stores coming up there, putting their hands on me, going, really praying for you. How are you doing? I'm like, my dog didn't die.
That was what notable golfer that is still, for some reason, being consoled after his ridiculous Masters collapse?
Oh, boy.
I know you're a big golfer, Alex.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Big golfer.
I love it.
Also from the Bible, I guess, if we want to go back to that. He's got a river named after him.
And a meme.
And a
Yeah.
meme.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we just talked about it.
Oh, no.
Young guy, very young. He's got a FedEx commercial now, too, I think. Pretty sure. I think it's FedEx. UPS or FedEx. Nice guy. Means well.
Good guy.
Won the Masters a couple years ago, and everybody lost their minds. They're like, he's so young. How did he do it? It's not Tiger Woods. I'm going to tell you that right away.
No one really cares.
Young guy, Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
I don't follow golf.
You don't follow golf?
No.
Nothing for us? Okay. It was Jordan Spieth, actually. Jordan Spieth still, for some reason, being consoled. Obviously, his collapse at the Masters was truly one of the
significant.
all-time worst collapses I've ever seen. Mitch, you played golf, didn't you?
Yeah. Still occasionally.
Occasionally, still hit the greens there. Did you?
Yes.
What did you make of all that craziness?
I can understand where like a collapse like that would happen.
Sure.
And, I still, Jordan Spieth's still like obviously one of the best young golfers.
Yeah,
it's going to happen. The Masters are a really big stage to come onto that young, and sometimes the pressure gets to you.
That's true. Game Master Scheibe, how did Alex do on our quiz?
She got 2 out of 5 correct, unfortunately. Not a winner today.
Well, you know what? Thank you so much for playing anyway, though, Alex. We appreciate it.
Looks like we're heading to our first break now, but when we come back, our panelists will have their first crack at showcasing their knowledge of this week's sports news. You're listening to What's the Score, the sports news quiz, presented by Sports Radio America.
This is your host of What's the Score, Baxter Colburn.
And I'm your game master, Josh Scheibe.
Thank you so much for being here with us today. On our break, we'd like to take a moment to thank one of our sponsors, Ticket Liquidator. Ticket Liquidator is one of the world's biggest online ticket marketplaces.
When you call Ticket Liquidator, you can find sold-out tickets to the biggest events on the planet. They offer a huge selection of tickets at 15% lower cost than their competitors. Their fantastic call center has live agents available 7 days a week. Call them today at 855-839-7889.
Ticket Liquidator is a multiple award-winning company, including Deloitte's Fast 500's fastest-growing company in Connecticut. Call today and find tickets to the next big game. Call 855-839-7889 to have access to over 4 million tickets to over 83,000 events worldwide. That number again is 855-839-7889. Hey guys, this is Baxter Colburn, host of What's the Score, the sports news quiz. Did you know that you can listen to us on a lot of different platforms now? Yes, you can. Go and check us out on Spreaker.com. You can download our podcast on Stitcher and on the iTunes App Store. You can also find us on thesportsquotient.com and on sportsradioamerica.com as well. Just about anywhere that you can look for great radio programming, you can find What's the Score, the sports news quiz. Go and check us out today and tell your friends.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to What's the Score, the sports news quiz, presented by Sports Radio America. I'm your game master, Josh Scheibe. This week, our panelists are Kevin Holden, Mitch Vomhof, and Erik Condia. And now, here's your host at the BLC studios in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Baxter Colburn!
Thanks, Josh. Thank you, everybody. We've had a good show so far. Time now for our panelists to answer some questions about this last week's news. Mitch,
Hey,
how you doing? You doing
hi.
good? Having a good time
doing
so
great.
far? Oh,
doing
good.
great. We're off to a great start.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. As you know,
fired
the NFL draft is now in the bag, as we've just
Correct.
recently
Yeah.
talked about. Bodova, the folks that release the new odds for Super Bowl winners and other places, recently released their new odds for Super Bowl 51. Who now tops the list post-draft?
Ooh.
They were probably there to begin, too, honestly. So even though the draft is over, it didn't really make much of a difference.
I'm going to say the Carolina Panthers?
Ooh, no. That is not correct. No, the New England Patriots, actually.
Oh,
Even with Tom Brady being suspended for the first 4 games, supposedly. We'll see if Roger Goodell has his way or not.
I'm not going to say that I know
they still
everything, but
may.
I do disagree with Vegas on this one.
I'm curious, honestly, to see if this one, how it goes with this one, honestly. Teams like the Titans, the 49ers, and the Browns all still have the worst odds. They're each at 100 to 1. But, I mean, good for the Browns, so they did jump up from 150 to 1 to 100 to 1. So, I mean,
that's progress.
And as we talked about, too, in the first segment, after Leicester City beat the 5,000 to 1 odds, I mean, who's to say Cleveland's not getting excited for a Super Bowl next year, honestly? At this point, I mean, anything could really happen.
All right, Eric, the next one's for you. LeBron James has entered a new frontier, one into which Michael Jordan once boldly went. What is LeBron doing now that Jordan once did? I can read, really.
I will take a hint.
Okay.
Because they have somewhat of an idea.
He can do that?
But
You can
Oh, wait.
Wait a minute.
We set the ground rules. Let's see.
Come on, Josh. This is right in your wheelhouse.
The first one you could probably say was very, very bad.
is he now doing impressions?
Come on. What did
Wait.
Jordan do? That LeBron.
Impressions,
Well, that too.
apparently.
Yes. Who was that guy that he emulated there for a moment?
Oh,
You know what it is. What is it?
is he now doing animated movies or movies in general?
What?
You're getting
Is he
there.
making
You're
appearances?
so close.
Okay.
What was an animated movie that Jordan used to be in that now?
Space Jam.
Yeah, there we go.
He's doing Space Jam 2?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Wait,
Space
what?
Jam 2. Supposedly, yes. The guy that did Fast and Furious and Star Trek
Yeah.
is the new screenwriter for this. They're working on it. Nobody has officially done anything yet, but there is all this mock-up art. There's all these rumors that LeBron has been like, I'm excited.
It's been rumored
it.
for years, and now it might actually happen.
Yeah.
You know what? I'd much rather see LeBron James in The Walking Dead instead. As a zombie.
I was going to say, who would he play?
A 6'8" zombie coming at
That'd
you?
be terrifying. You couldn't shoot him in the head. He's too tall.
Yeah,
You're
right.
And then if you lose, you become a member of the Cavaliers instead of dying. You're perpetually stuck in the city of Cleveland. Anyway,
Big
Kevin,
win.
question for you, Kevin. With the slew of people leaving ESPN, the soccer department actually was able to bring in somebody new this week to their staff who now is part of the ESPN soccer team.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. This is – and you even put this into media,
Yeah.
category
yeah,
that
media
I should
category
know.
for you, too.
And I am completely at a loss, so I could also take a hint.
Yes. Would you like it from me or Game Master Scheibe?
Oh, I don't know.
You can ask it
Go
from
ahead.
me. Yeah,
Actually, go for it.
she is the all-time leading scorer for the women's national team, and I guess men as well overall. But she just retired this last year. Very short haircut.
It's not Mia Hamm, is it?
It's not Mia
No.
Hamm. No, I'll give you one more stab at it. Her last name sounds like an animal.
I was thinking that in my head, too.
Any ideas?
Wow, I really am whiffing on this one.
No.
No.
Abby Wambach.
Abby
Wambach.
Wambach.
Yep, she'll be serving as an analyst and a contributor for the 2016 Euros and for the Olympics this summer as well.
Also known as Abby Wombat.
Yes, Abby
Yeah.
Wambach.
That's what you were thinking.
Oh, like
Yes.
an animal.
There we go.
Oh, Mitch is like, I get it.
Watch as the native wombat leaves her native terrain to join the 800-pound gorilla of ESPN.
Truly
So
magical.
I was wrong saying we weren't going to have any more soccer questions before, but I can't say that again because I'm probably going to go.
I honestly don't remember going forward if we
Great.
have any
All right,
more.
good.
I'm sure I'm a soccer guy. I find
Oh,
a
yeah,
way
I
to
know.
work things in. You got to be paying attention to all sports, not just the big three. Come on. Soccer people have feelings too, Mitch.
Well, we're heading to a break, but when we come back, our second contestant will have a chance to spend a day at the races. Don't go away. You're listening to What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz, presented by Sports Radio America. What's the Score would like to take this time to thank one of our partners, Vavel USA, the international online sports newspaper, for their support. Head over to vavel.com/en-US today as they provide professional reporting on all major sports in the USA. Follow them on Twitter at Vavel_USA and go like their Facebook page for prime access to the ultimate source for sports coverage on the web. We here at What's the Score are proud to partner with a terrific organization like Vavel USA.
Hey guys, this is Baxter, the host of What's the Score, the sports news quiz. Want to take a minute to remind all of you to go and check us out on social media. You can find us on Facebook at What's the Score, the sports news quiz, on Twitter at WTS Sports Quiz, and on Instagram at WTS Sports Quiz as well. And if you enjoy the whole hashtag game, like some of us like to do, hashtag goals, hashtag believer, hashtag, I don't know, I'm running out of hashtags. Anyway, use the hashtag What's the Score on Twitter and Instagram and check out some of the other exclusive content that we do as well. Connecting all of us one smartphone at a time.
Hello all and welcome back to the BLC studios in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This is What's the Score, the sports news quiz presented by Sports Radio America. I'm Josh Scheibe, your game master. We have a great panel for you this week. Mitch Vomhof, Erik Condia, and Kevin Holden, and they're fighting to gain the edge before the Name 5 panelist showdown. Before that, though, we have a new game called Ode to Racehorse. And here's the host of What's the Score, Baxter Colburn.
Thank you, Josh. Coming up, we put our panelists to the test in our Name 5 panelist showdown. But if you would like to play our games on the air, shoot us an email at WTSSportsQuiz@gmail.com or visit our website, WTSSportsQuiz.com.
Playing our next game is Michael Gilbert. Welcome to the show, Michael.
Thank you, Baxter. It's good to be on the show.
All right, Michael, every year the Kentucky Derby is filled with big hats, private jets, and ridiculous horse names. In this game that we are calling Ode to Racehorse, we will see just how well you know the names of some of the horses this year and also some of the fragrances that people there may have also been wearing.
Correctly answer 5 out of 8 questions, and you'll win a What's the Score prize pack. Remember, you can use a panelist for a hint only once, so make sure you use it wisely. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right, here is your first question. Is the name Pure Poison a racehorse or a fragrance?
That's going to be a fragrance.
That is correct. Yes, nicely done. All right, question number 2 for you.
Is Mo Tom a racehorse or a fragrance?
Can you repeat it?
Is Mo Tom a racehorse or a fragrance?
Oh, that's a racehorse.
Yes, that is correct. All right, question number 3. Is Dancing Candy a racehorse or a fragrance?
Racehorse.
Yeah, that sounds like one that you may have bet on, my goodness.
So I was watching the Kentucky Derby yesterday in an effort to expand my knowledge of sports.
Well
we
done.
talked about Baxter.
Well done.
And for a second, I thought the horse was Danzig Candy.
Ah,
and I got really
Danzig.
excited because I thought Glenn Danzig owned a horse. And
No,
then I got really
gosh.
disappointed.
All right, Michael, here's your next one.
Is Contradiction a racehorse or a fragrance?
That's a racehorse.
No, it is not. It is a fragrance, actually. All right, here's your next one.
Really?
Yes, I know, surprisingly. Here's your next one. Is Shagoof a racehorse or a fragrance? I think that's how you say it. Shagoof?
Oh,
Shagoof?
Shagaf?
I have no idea on this one. I think I'm going racehorse again.
Yes, that is correct.
Hey.
Nicely done. All right, here is your next one.
Is Flower Bomb a racehorse or a fragrance?
That is definitely a racehorse.
No, it's not. It is a fragrance. I know.
That's okay. I actually...
That sounds like a racehorse.
That's what I thought, too,
Yeah, I mean,
honestly.
I put $100 on Flower Bomb to win yesterday. Very disappointed.
Which is like, he
Would not
never showed
recommend.
up. How did he not show up? That's so disappointing. All right, here's your next one. Is Can a racehorse or a fragrance?
I mean, I got to go with my gut right here.
Okay.
I got to go. It does not sound like a fragrance. It has to be a racehorse.
No, that is incorrect. It was a fragrance, actually. All right, well, we've got one more question. That's a very good question. I don't. Not me. I can tell you that. I do not wear fragrance. I wear fragrance. I wear David Beckham. Anyway, that's irrelevant. All right, here is your final question, Michael.
Is Nyquist a racehorse or a fragrance?
That's a racehorse.
Yes, that is correct. Also, yesterday's winner as well. Yes, Eric.
Well, I think the question actually should read like this: is Nyquist a racehorse or a sleep aid?
Yes.
We should have come up with a sleep aid. That's a good one. I like that.
Extra strength, Nyquist.
Yeah.
Helps me sleep. NyQuil. It's NyQuil with
Racehorse or prescription drug.
I like it. That's the next game. Next week. Game Master Scheibe, how did Michael do on our quiz?
He got 5 out of 8 correct. He's a winner.
Yeah. Congratulations, Michael. Thank you so much for playing, sir. Hey, panel, some more questions for you guys.
Hey.
Kevin. NASCAR racer Dale Earnhardt Jr., lovely fellow. We all know him and love him. He had something very interesting happen to him during Talladega last week. What was that?
Well, if it's Talladega, usually 2/3 of the cars end up on their roof, right, with the roof on the ground.
That is true.
But I don't think it wasn't wreck related.
It was not. He survived.
Not that.
So
somehow
good.
It could have led to a wreck, but it didn't.
Man, I feel bad about this. There are a lot of people down south who would revoke me at the line, the Donna Dixon line, as they call it in Family Guy. They say that's it. No, what did he do? I'll take it. Do you have a hint?
Eric's trying to ask for a hint.
I was going to tell him that he could
take
a hint.
Yeah, I
because
can
he's going to forget.
You can do that.
Yes,
you can take a hint.
You're allowed.
I found out. What's the hint?
He had a very hard time turning left.
No way.
Yeah, way.
No way.
Very hard. Did he crash? No, we said he didn't crash.
So something fell off, so what prevented him?
He lost his steering wheel.
Yes,
That's
he
right.
lost his steering wheel. That is correct.
Back in the archives for that one. It's funny because, half of the NASCAR world probably would like that to happen to him on a weekly basis.
Yeah, it was midway through the race on Sunday. Jeter's steering wheel came loose. Not completely. It came completely off, and so he ended up having to drive holding the shaft with one hand, basically. It was very awkward.
I immediately made like a Zoolander connection. He's only an ambi turner now.
Terrible.
I can't turn left, Pop. I can't.
The school of people who can't drive good.
All right, Mitch, the next one's for you. After all the drama that's gone on, something finally has come from the Johnny Manziel saga. What did he finally do this week?
Did nobody go on social media this week? Nobody.
I mean,
You guys have one job.
Trying to avoid Captain America spoilers, I guess.
there was a really good picture
Everybody
of him sitting in a
dies.
bar watching the draft, but that probably isn't it.
No. That was last week.
He
This week he did something important.
he turned himself into the
Yes!
police?
Yes, he did.
See, okay, so you threw me off when you said something good happened. I mean, I guess it's probably good for us, but
Yes,
it's not good for old Johnny.
Bad for the tabloid media.
He turned himself in on Wednesday. He posted a $1,500 bail and will appear in court on Thursday. So we'll see.
Did he post it while doing
He did, yeah. He gave $100 bills.
Fingers.
I heard he actually retired that the money hand gesture.
Well,
last year. I mean, when you
retired or just didn't really have anything to do it for.
Or did he just retire?
Hard to say.
He just was looking
he's
for
on
wet
his way.
naps. I had too much ribs. Time for some wet naps.
Well, speaking of that, Eric, question for you now.
Oh no.
Ida Keeling is a lovely lady. She made a name for herself this week by running the 100-meter dash and doing push-ups afterwards. But there's something very unique about Ida. What is that?
She's extremely old.
That is. Do you
Almost. Actually, she's just 100 years old.
She is. Yes, she is 100
I
years
know.
old.
I saw the story.
Well done. Yes, Ida barely winded after the race. Chatted with reporters, and she wanted them all to know that she'll be 101 years old in a couple of weeks. So it was very interesting too. They were like full form push-ups too. She didn't do just one. She did like 4 or 5.
Wow.
So then she'll add, instead of the 100-yard dash, she'll run the 101-yard dash.
Adds a yard for every.
She's 100 and she's already in better shape than Bartolo Colon.
Who did hit a home run yesterday?
Yeah.
Though, so
Bartolo ran all the way around the bases.
They had to leave out breadcrumbs so he finds his way back.
Well, it's time for another break, but don't worry. We'll be right back. And our panelists will have another chance to answer some questions about this week's sports news. You're listening to What's the Score? The sports news quiz presented by Sports Radio America.
Hey guys, this is Baxter Colburn, host of What's the Score, the sports news quiz. If you enjoy listening to What's the Score, why not go and donate to our Patreon account today? That's patreon.com. Search for What's the Score and donate today. You can get awesome t-shirts, before the show shout-outs, and so much more. Tell your friends about us. Hey, if you donate, we'd be happy to give you a shout-out and even have you come on the show and play a game or two with us as well. Hey everyone, this is Baxter Colburn, host of What's the Score, the sports news quiz. Want to take a moment to let all of you know that if you enjoy listening to What's the Score, you can find us on thesportsquotient.com. Go and check out thesportsquotient.com. Check out and see how you stack up against the rest of the sports world by taking one of their S quizzes. You can also check out the Fantasy Guru section, and for those of you stat geeks out there, they've got plenty of things for you. Plus, check out all the other great content that they have on their podcast section, like this very show right here, What's the Score?
Two Up Front is the official soccer show of Sports Radio America. Join your host Baxter Colburn and Simon Provan on Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern as they cover all things American soccer, with weekly guests from the pro, college, and youth ranks, and digging deep into the American professional leagues. Two Up Front gives you the insight you're looking for. Airing Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern on Sports Radio America, Two Up Front, the world's game from an American perspective.
Welcome back to What's the Score, the sports news quiz presented by Sports Radio America, and thanks for listening in. We're here at the BLC studios in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm your game master, Josh Scheibe, and we're playing this week with Erik Condia, Kevin Holden, and Mitch Vomhof. And here, once again, is your host of What's the Score, Baxter Colburn!
Thank you, Josh. As we continue to move on, we want to remind all of you that if you ever want to play our games, why not shoot us an email by going to wtsportsquiz@gmail.com. Time now for some more questions, Game Master Scheibe, wouldn't you say?
That's right. Eric, during a recent at-bat, St. Louis Cardinals' Yadier Molina did what while at the plate?
Hint.
The 101, almost 101-year-old lady in the last set of questions did this after running.
Oh, well, then he did push-ups.
Yes, he did. Nicely done.
Didn't know Yadier was still in the league.
Yes,
Watched his brother play a lot, too.
God, you sound old. How old are you, Eric?
I'm 42.
Makes sense.
Oh, could have fooled me.
Me and Bartolo are cousins.
That makes so much sense. Molina lost his balance after an inside pitch while he was at the plate and did a couple push-ups while he was down at the ground and then proceeded to hit a single as well.
Oh, all right.
Fans loved it. Why not? All right, Kevin, a new racing season has officially kicked off in England, but it's not cars that are zooming around. What is it?
A new racing season for
What a
office chairs.
No.
Because that is a thing.
That is.
Oh, yeah.
That's in Thailand. We actually had that question last week.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's what was going through
I was like,
my head.
wow, he knows about that.
I think he's repeating a question. I can answer.
No, it was lawnmowers.
Oh.
Lawnmowers, actually. The championship actually was dreamt up, where else, of course, in a countryside pub back in 1973. It runs from May to October and features 3 categories: roller-driven mowers, wheel-driven mowers, and wheel-driven lawn tractors as well. The guys that do it say it's not as easy as it looks. It takes a couple of years, they say, to get into the swing of things.
I was wondering if they did they allow NOS in their lawnmowers?
I don't know, honestly. I've seen the video. I saw them racing, and they were cruising pretty. I mean, they're not that high off the ground.
That's
I don't know if you
for
want
the illegal
NOS.
street.
Yeah, that's
I would pay to see a Vin Diesel movie about racing tractor lawnmowers in underground racing.
Well, so the
Just
good news for
immediately to
everyone
light
is
speed.
that if you do want to witness this in America, in the South of America, there is also a pretty well-estabhed lawnmower racing tradition.
Mm-hmm. I love it. The South of America?
Yeah,
The South of America.
Not the South of England. This is the South of America.
I live my life 1/4 inch blade of grass at a time.
All right, Mitch. Boise State has a blue football field, which makes watching games a bit more interesting. Since spring has started, there's been a lot of action on the field. Not from players, but from whom?
I believe that's from ducks.
Close.
Same family.
Geese?
Yes, geese.
From geese
that
who
is
believe
correct.
that the field is some sort of water.
Yes.
Some large body of
Yep.
water.
Silly goose.
Silly
they keep landing
geese.
there, yes.
Geese actually a very dangerous bird.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
Especially in
watch out
Idaho
for them.
because they're way off track if they're in Idaho.
It's very interesting. I mean, this is not the first time this has happened to somebody that was on Google Maps actually found this out. It wasn't like walking to the stadium like, why is there a goose on the field? No, there was somebody was apparently had that kind of free time that they were taking a tour of Boise State
all been
Stadium
there.
on Google Maps. You really?
Yeah, I mean,
Take
what?
a lot of
no,
Google
I
Map
mean,
tours?
I have a full-time job. I don't have time to do anything like that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so they were going through and they're like, there's a
I hope my
there's a
boss is
goose on
listening.
this. Yeah,
He's
so
gonna blow
that's
this whole thing open.
Yeah. Anyway, if it's they keep saying they keep trying to defend them off, they're going to have to stick like those little what those scarecrows or something. Maybe on there like little owls.
couple
There's like
statue
little
owls,
coyotes with the spinning legs and stuff too. Like get them off there as well.
All right, well, it's time for me to break up the fun once again, but when we come back, our final contestant will play the Vegas odds. We'll show you what we mean in just a little bit, so don't go away. This is What's the Score, the sports news quiz presented by Sports Radio America.
Hey everyone, this is Baxter. Just want to take a minute to thank one of our sponsors of What's the Score, Sports Radio America. Go and check out sportsradioamerica.com today and find all the greatest shows that you and your friends should be listening to if you're not already. Listen to the College Credit Hour, Sunday Gridiron, Major League Diamond, Two Up Front, and What's the Score. You can find What's the Score on sportsradioamerica.com and on the TuneIn app by listening to them on Mondays and Wednesdays from 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Sports Radio America, one of the official sponsors of What's the Score. Hey everyone, this is Baxter Colburn, host of What's the Score, the sports news quiz.
And I'm your game master, Josh Scheibe.
If you think you are smart enough, or smarter than a fifth grader, and want to play our games on air, you can either come by the studio or you can call us, but there's a few different ways you can get a hold of us.
If you'd like to email us, you can do so at WTSSportsQuiz@gmail.com.
Or for you social media savants, head over to Facebook, What's the Score, the sports news quiz, or Twitter, WTS Sports Quiz. Now back to the action with myself and Josh Scheibe.
Welcome back, everyone. This is What's the Score, the sports news quiz presented by Sports Radio America. I'm Josh Scheibe, your game master. Our Name 5 panelist showdown is coming up in just a little bit, but first we have a new game called May the Odds Be Ever in Your Favor. However, before we get to that, I'd like to talk to the panelists for a little bit. How do you think it's going today, guys? Enjoying yourselves?
Yeah, no, I'm having a great time.
I love how you named this game May the Odds Be Ever in Your Favor. Yeah, I know. I finally just picked up on that.
Oh!
And we have him here now, your host at the BLC Studios in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Baxter Colburn.
Hi, guys. Thank you.
Hey.
Glad to be back. Had to step out there for a moment. All right, we are excited for our final contestant game today.
Yes, our final contestant is Brandon Ferris. Welcome to the show, Brandon.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, Brandon, you are going to be playing our final game called May the Odds Be Ever in Your Favor. No, it is not the Hunger Games. We do not have the budget for that, unfortunately. This, however, is a game. I know, I'm sorry. I know you were really looking forward to it. This is going to be a game, though, where we will be playing the Vegas odds a little bit to see some of the interesting things that have happened in the sports world after Leicester City in the Premier League defied all the odds by winning the Premier League title after a 5,000 to 1 odd favorite. Now pretty much anything can happen, honestly, so we've got a couple of things that we want to quiz you on.
In this game, we will give you 7 pairs of questions, which feature 2 different odds. You must tell us which one is more likely according to Vegas, not according to your personal opinion. Correctly answer 4 out of 7 questions, and you'll win a What's the Score prize. Remember, you are allowed to ask one panelist for a hint on only one question, so make sure you use it wisely. Are you ready to play?
I am ready to play.
All right, here is your first question. According to Vegas, what is the better odds of happening? Is it Haiti winning the Copa America or the Atlanta Braves winning this year's World Series?
The Atlanta Braves winning this year's World Series.
No, that is incorrect, unfortunately. Haiti has a 250 to 1 chance, while the Atlanta Braves have a 500 to 1 chance. All right, here is question number 2.
According to Vegas, what has the better odds of happening? Is it Matt Kenseth winning the Sprint Cup or Spain winning the 2016 Soccer Euro Championships?
Matt Kenseth winning the Sprint Cup.
No, it is not. Not by much, honestly, though. Matt Kenseth, 8 to 1 odds, while Spain is a 6 to 1 odds. Yes, Eric?
You're not taking your time here. You got to take your time.
Well, and I think if the question were Matt Kenseth beating up Joey Logano at some point,
that is more accurate. The odds are sorely in his favor on that one. All right, here is your next question. According to Vegas, what is the better odds of happening? This is a historical one. Was it the U.S. hockey team defeating Russia back in 1980, or the odds of holding a natural royal flush in a standard 5-card game of poker? What has the better odds of happening?
Gonna go with the U.S. defeating Russia.
Yes, that is correct. Nicely done.
Yeah.
There we go.
1,000 to 1 odds. They had the odds of holding a royal flush, 649,739 to 1. And yet somehow it still manages to happen a little bit more frequent. Yeah, Mitch, you don't quit your day job. All right, here's your next question.
According to Vegas, what has the better odds of happening? Ohio State wins the March Madness Championship, or the Cleveland Browns win Super Bowl 51?
That's rough.
Miracle.
Let's go with the Ohio State.
Oh, you would like to think so, and that you'd think that would be more of a chance. No, actually, Cleveland has a better chance of winning Super Bowl 51, honestly. 200 to 1, while the Ohio State Buckeyes have a 220 to 1 odd of winning.
However, Ohio State does have a better chance of winning the Super Bowl than the Cleveland Browns.
That is very true. That is very true. You know how you always hear those comparisons where it's like, oh, Kentucky could beat, the 76ers. Yeah. Why does nobody do that with college football teams? Ohio State, Alabama.
I've heard people talk about can Alabama beat the Browns.
I think they could.
I think they could too.
Probably.
All right, here's your next one. What are the better odds of happening? The Wisconsin Badgers winning the Football National Championship, or the Edmonton Eskimos repeating as the CFL champions?
Edmonton Eskimos repeating the CFL champions.
Yes, that is correct.
Guys, I really think we just need to get into Canadian football.
That
have
sounds an awesome league.
It's awesome.
Have you seen it before?
Okay, so real quick, not to derail things,
Please.
but just 10 seconds. A couple of years ago, I was on a trip with a buddy to Canada, and we were watching a game. We said, we should play CFL fantasy football. So I have played 2 years of it, and I won a league last year. So I'm so hooked.
Wow. I feel like I should give you an extra point just for that one. Wow. CFL, wow.
All the
CFL
college
fantasy
rejects
football.
from 2 years ago making a name.
Yeah, the Edmonton Eskimos 5 to 1 odds to win, to repeat. The Badger football team, unfortunately, 100 to 1 odds. All right, here is your next question.
According to Vegas, what has the better odds of happening? The Colorado Rapids win the MLS Cup in 2016, or the Seattle Storm winning the WNBA Championship?
Mitch's wheelhouse.
Guys.
That's a hard one. Right now, Colorado's actually playing okay.
They are.
They're actually looking okay.
Yep.
I have no idea about the WNBA, so I got to go with the Rapids.
That is correct, yes. I'm going to say not many people know about the WNBA, though. But the fun fact, they just celebrated 20 years. They're now starting their 20th season of the WNBA, which is a little surprising.
But I guess the MLS is older, right?
MLS is 21 years old. Yeah, I think it's 21 years this year, I believe. They're adding more teams as well. All right, here is your...
No, this is the 20th year.
Is it? Oh, is it 20? Okay, well, there you go.
96.
All right. Oh, that's right.
96.
That's right. All right, here's your final question.
According to Vegas, what has the better odds of happening? Tiger Woods winning the 2016 U.S. Open or James Buster Douglas beating Mike Tyson?
Obviously, one of them
Like
already
today?
happened. Like, no, back in the day.
Really good about Buster.
Back in the day.
Gonna go with the second option.
The second option, Buster Douglas beating Mike Tyson?
Yeah, that one.
Yes, that is correct. Nicely done. All right, Game Master Shivey, how did Brandon do on our quiz?
Brandon got 4 out of 7 correct. He's a winner!
Hey! Congratulations, Brandon. Thank you so much for playing, sir.
All right, the moment you've all been waiting for is almost here. Stick around and listen to our panelists duke it out on the Name 5 Panelist Showdown coming up right after the break. You're listening to What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz, presented by Sports Radio America. Hello all, I'm Josh Scheibe, your game master here at What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz. Thanks for listening in. I may not know much about sports, but what I do know about are our social media pages. Check us out on Facebook at What's the Score, or Twitter and Instagram at WTS Sports Quiz. Thanks very much for listening.
Hey everyone, this is Baxter. Do you enjoy taking a sports news quiz? Well, I understand, of course, you like What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz, but we encourage you to go check out one of our other sponsors, thesportsquotient.com. Go and check out the Sports Quotient and play one of their S-quizzes. You can test your sports knowledge about anything doing with sports, and even check out the great articles and content they have on their website as well. Thesportsquotient.com. That's quotient with a Q. Sportsquotient.com, and check out What's the Score on their network of podcasts as well.
Hi everyone, I'm your game master, Josh Scheibe.
And I'm your host, Baxter Colburn.
Hey, if you think the show is worth at least $1, why don't you go to our Patreon account?
We'd be very grateful if you donate to the show. That's how people like Josh and I stay employed, or pretend to be employed at least. Thank you so much for listening to What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz. And now, back to more sports trivia action.
I hope my check's in the mail. Hello and welcome back. Thanks for listening to What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz, presented by Sports Radio America. I'm your game master, Josh Scheibe. Our panelists have been warming up for their final showdown. While they prepare to rack their brains, here's your host at the BLC studios in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Baxter Colburn.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, everybody. We've had a great show so far. We've got a new panelist. We've had some fun games, some close calls, but almost everybody has gone home a winner today, Game Master Scheibe.
That's true.
It's time for something very special. Not to come out and sing a silly song, but something even better. What is that, Game Master Scheibe?
It's time for our Name 5 Panelist Showdown.
I mean, you can clap if you want to. Kevin was like, yeah,
Hot
we can
drops.
clap. Woo! Drop the mic. We're out. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Good night, Milwaukee.
Our panelists will be given 4 topics in which they will have 10 seconds to name 5 people, teams, places, or things related to the sports world. Each panelist will have the same category. However, they cannot repeat answers. 1 point is awarded for each correct answer.
Game Master Scheibe, can you please give us the scores?
I can. Kevin has 1 point, Mitch has 2, and Erik is in the lead with 3.
Oh, interesting.
You know what? It's always a bad omen.
Condia.
It's a bad omen. You would
No Ian DeMarcia's time to...
Yeah, Ian has beaten you 2 straight matches, so you have an
He's just stone cold on those.
And Kevin, for the fact that you don't know, Mitch is Mr. Second Place.
Oh, is that
So-
a thing?
He is in the history of What's the Score. He's been on now. This is his 6th time. He's finished in second place 3 times.
Yep.
So
Buffalo
we'll see.
Bills-esque.
Yes, very much.
He's got a beautiful
Always
silver
a
medal
bridesmaid.
collection.
Yeah.
All right. Well, leading off round number 1 will be Kevin, and you'll be naming 5 NFC North players. Current NFC North players. 10 seconds on the clock.
All right.
And begin.
Aaron Rodgers, Randall Cobb, Jordy Nelson, Eddie Lacy, Clay Matthews.
Nicely done. He got all 5. Well done. Well done.
Sticking with the Packers because people cut off a finger for each time I mentioned someone on another NFC North team.
Yikes. I was wondering about the cast
Yeah,
when
I
you
got
walked
3
in.
left.
Yeah. All right, Mitch, you are up next. 10 seconds and begin.
We got Matt Stafford, Teddy Bridgewater, Jay Cutler, Laquan Treadwell, and Adrian Peterson.
Nicely done. Well done. Well done.
I almost drafted Laquan Treadwell last night. In my insane
Wait,
rookie
what?
draft.
You're doing
I'm in an insane dynasty league where we
I
got
was
together
like,
last night to
good
just
Lord.
draft rookies. 5 rounds of rookies.
Shoot.
I had to come up with 35 names just in case.
That sounds awful.
It was
All
real
right,
rough.
Eric, you
I
were up
drafted a
next. Did you take what's
No
his
lie.
name?
Yeah, Roberto Aguero.
Yeah, hey.
He was
why
my
not?
5th round pick. It was awesome.
Quality. Surprised you fell that far. All right, Eric, 10 seconds and begin.
These guys stole all my players. Calvin Johnson, Golden Tate.
No, Calvin's retired. Keep going.
Matt Forte. He's
No,
now.
he only got 1. Matt Forte is now on the Jets. Calvin Johnson retired. All right, round number 2, starting with Eric. You're going to be naming 5
refocus.
men's or women's U.S. soccer players. Men's or women's U.S. soccer players. 10 seconds.
Can they be? Wait. Sorry. Can they be former?
Yes. I did not specify, so yes. They can be past or present. And begin.
Kobe Jones, Clint Mathis. Landon Donovan.
Yep.
Why is my brain?
There we go. Couldn't press the button. You got like 3 more seconds. And I was like, it won't put. All right. Nicely done. Mitch, you're up next. And begin.
Mia Hamm, Brandy Chastain, Abby Wambach, Alex Morgan,
That's a thing.
and Jermaine. I can't think of his last name.
Oh.
For whatever reason, he's the only guy I remember from that men's team.
I'm not gonna finish
Yeah,
it
no,
because
that's
Kevin
fine.
has a chance for
That's
that one if
fine.
he wants it. All right, 10 seconds, Kevin,
Oh, boy.
and begin.
I know I was done when you said Clint Mathis. So there was Alexi Lawless.
Yes.
That's
one.
one, and then everything else is crossed off this list right now.
What's another? I'm trying to think. of
Jermaine
another-
Jones is who you were looking
Oh,
for.
yeah, yeah.
right?
I wanted to say Jones. No, I think I was going to say Jackson actually, but I knew
Not
that
a
wasn't
thing.
right.
No.
Eric Winalda.
Oh,
ESPN.
Yeah.
Of course.
Winalda. All right, round number 3. Mitch, you're leading us off. You're going to be naming
okay.
5 professional teams with red in their color scheme. 5 professional teams with red in their color scheme. Any sport, anywhere.
Yeah.
10 seconds and begin.
We have the Cincinnati Reds. We have the St. Louis Cardinals. Houston Texans. We have the
Time is up. All right, Kevin, back over to you, sir. 10 seconds and begin.
Boston Red Sox, Philadelphia Phillies, L.A. Angels, Arizona Diamondbacks, and
Time is up. All right, Eric. Last one for round number 3. Are you ready? Good enough. And begin.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Kansas City Chiefs, Detroit Red Wings,
Yeah.
Edmonton Oilers, Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg Jets do.
Winnipeg Jets do, but was that before or after the buzzer?
That
though?
was after.
Oh. All right. So as
You
we
could
head
have actually just said the Toronto Raptors.
or
yeah, you were headed there.
yeah, or
You were halfway there, man.
Or
Any team in
Toronto,
Canada.
Toronto FC, you could have done as well. We're heading into the final round now. Game Master
man.
Scheibe, can you give us some scores, please?
I can. Kevin and Eric are tied at 11, and Mitch is in the lead with 14.
Here we go. We're coming. We're coming.
You know what that means?
It means I'm going to fall flat on my face this next one. That's what it means.
It's interesting, though, because this is the first week that we are enacting a new rule for the final round.
Oh, no.
The final round. We figured to not tell you about it ahead of time, just in case.
You can get a hint.
Yeah.
You are going.
Oh, wait, you can get a hint?
You're going to have 10 seconds to still do the category, but you're going to get as many as you can in 10 seconds, not just 5. Gives chances for other people that might be farther down the totem pole or whatever to maybe jump back up, all right?
All right.
So we are going to be doing naming 5. Kevin, we'll start with you. So 10 seconds to name as many NHL teams. As many NHL teams as you can in 10
man.
seconds. 10 seconds and begin.
Red Wings, Blackhawks, Blues, Jets, Canucks, Canadians, Maple Leafs, Lightning, Hurricanes, Carolina Hurricanes.
He got 9. Wow. Nicely done. Sad news for everybody else. There's only 10 NHL teams. All right.
All right.
Thank you so much for coming, everybody.
That's why I can't think of any other ones.
There you go. All right, Eric, you were up next. Are you ready? And begin.
Ducks, Sharks, Stars, Coyotes, Avalanche.
There we go. He got 5. All right. So, Game Master Scheibe, what's Mitch looking at now going into this last bit here?
Mitch needs 6 to tie and 7 to win.
Oh,
well,
nice.
good news. I know every other NHL team.
Good. Then you'll do just fine.
Oh, man, you guys.
10 seconds. Go. Nothing? Want to say hi to Mom? Wish her Happy Mother's Day?
Yeah. Hi, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. Miss you. I'll see you soon.
I mean, we can clap, I guess, for that.
Look, man.
He gave Mom a shout-out.
I had about 3 of them, and they all just got
boom, boom, boom.
I was going to say Avalanche.
Scheibe, what are who's our winner this week?
The final scores are Mitch with 14, Erik with 16, and Kevin with 20 points.
Hey!
Wow. Whoever knew the NHL would save my life.
Probably not you. You didn't think that. All right, well, gentlemen, thank you so much for being on the panel this week. Mitch, I'm so sorry. You've been relegated to 3rd place finally.
Does that mean I go down a league?
You do, yes. You've been relegated.
Welcome to Division 3.
Division You're NAIA now, or junior college. But it's been a while since we've had you back on, so thanks so much for coming back.
It was great to be back. I'll try to learn more NHL teams going forward.
I mean, I can't guarantee that'll be the question next time you're on.
Well, I mean, it's either that or like
it was
tennis
either that or
players,
it was
so.
Division 3 kickers.
He also can't guarantee that it won't be the question next time we're on the show.
Totally.
So.
Exactly. Eric, 2nd place finish. You jump up the standings a little bit. How's that feel?
I feel like I've gotten perennial 2nd place now. I listed today perennial 3rd place, but number 2 is always better than number 3.
You're only the first loser, not the second loser, as some people like to call
Silver
it.
medals.
Woo! Exactly. You can borrow some of Mitch's.
I still got them somewhere.
Nice and shiny.
Yep.
And Kevin, first time on the panel, sir. Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it. What'd you think of your What's the Score experience?
Oh, it's tremendous. You guys have a lot of fun. It's, you get to have some zingers, some one-liners, have some fun. I would call my mom and tell her that I won, but she still thinks I do weather for a living, so she would be a little put off by
I don't want to spoil the illusion.
7-day forecast. I won! Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody. What's the Score has been a production of Sports Radio America. Thank you to all of our contestants and studio audience here at the BLC Studios. Our panelists this week have been Kevin Holden, Erik Condia, and Mitch Vomhof. Our social media staff is comprised of Emily Reister, Brittany Peterson, and Christian Gill. Our theme was composed by Danny Hoffenstein. Our media producer and panelist for the day was Erik Condia. Our sound engineer and show producer is Kurt Colburn. And the executive director of What's the Score is my beautiful wife, Liz Colburn.
I've been your game master, Josh Scheibe.
And I've been your host, Baxter Colburn. Thanks so much for tuning in. Happy Mother's Day, and we'll see you all next time on What's the Score.